Sarah Palin wants to drill. Bill Gates likes nuclear. Al Gore likes efficient light bulbs. T. Boone Pickens wants wind turbines. Willie Nelson and Neil Young are big fans of biofuels. And Richard Branson wants to fuel his spaceship with algae. These ideas seem good, but what's the real solution to our oil fix? To answer that question, we first have to understand the role that oil has in today's world. Oil makes up 70% of our national fuel expense. It dwarfs all the other fuels combined. In fact, we use almost twice as much energy from oil than coal. And what do we use that oil for? Our transportation fuels, gasoline, diesel, and jet fuel, all come almost exclusively from oil. And our largest national energy use? You guessed it, transportation. In other words, the majority of our energy supply comes from oil, and the majority of our demand is for oil-based fuels. Our big problem right now is not our electricity, it's oil for transportation. So let's look at some of those bright ideas. To see what's going to happen if we start drilling in California and Florida, one only has to look at the long-term damage to the Gulf South. And even our, quote, newest source of oil, the tar sands in Canada, is completely destructive to the air, water, and land. Drill, baby, drill just isn't going to cut it. Then there's nuclear, the, quote, clean energy source of the future. The nuclear industry claims that catastrophic accidents happen once in 35,000 years. But we've had 3 meltdowns in 35 years, which spread radioactive nuclear fallout around the world. The reality is more nuclear facilities equals more fallout. That's not a future any of us want to live in. Using wind, solar, and energy efficiency, we could replace coal and nuclear and pave a pathway for the electric cars of the future. But that doesn't change the approximately 250 million vehicles on the road in North America, almost as many cars as people. On top of that, we have about 150,000 gas stations that only sell gasoline and diesel fuel. We can't stick solar energy or wind into the gas tanks of those cars or into those fuel pumps. And all of those cars and gas stations aren't going anywhere anytime soon. It takes about 20 to 25 years for the entire car fleet of the US to renew. But every year, about 16 million gas guzzlers roll off the showroom floors, pushing the 20 to 25 year change point back one more year. To cut our oil use right now, we have to find something that'll work in the cars on the road today. Alternatives to gasoline do exist. Natural gas, hydrogen, and biofuels will all work in our current automobiles. But natural gas is a rapidly depleting fossil fuel, and the fracking process destroys the water table, making our water toxic to drink. Hydrogen would require retooling every gas station, pipeline, and automobile, the estimated cost of which is more than the GDP of the entire US economy. But biofuels like biodiesel, methanol, and ethanol have been successfully tested and produced for over 100 years.